Yo, what's up, man? Hector here, strongestech.com. If you're new to this channel, my name's Hector Gutierrez Jr. For 11 years, I've been running a kettlebell-only facility here in Corpus Christi, Texas, helping guys just like you build strong and capable bodies so you can train jiu-jitsu more often while getting injured less. And how to do this in about 90 minutes per week so you can spend more time doing what you enjoy, like jiu-jitsu, and less time trying to be the best at exercise. If that sounds like you, welcome to the channel. Let's dive into today's episode. All right, so today, the movement pattern we're gonna be focusing on today is the deadlift. This will be a task that you will have to do every day for the rest of your life. That is picking up an object, a dead object, from the ground, picking it up without hurting your back, okay? So if you're having back problems, more than likely, you're not deadlifting enough. With the deadlift, there is no muscle unturned, all right? So if you wanna get better at opening somebody's guard, if you wanna get better at life, if you wanna get stronger to play with your kids, pick them up, you need to learn how to deadlift, okay? So we're just gonna keep this super simple. I like teaching people how to deadlift with a kettlebell first because it's super easy. You can gain more leverage and it's not as intimidating, right? Instead of, if I were to pull a barbell out here, throw a bunch of plates on it, a lot of people are intimidated by that. But this, little 16 kilo bell, not that intimidating. So when you're deadlifting here, to keep things super simple, okay, keep your hips higher than your knees, okay? And your shoulders higher than your hips. So you don't want your shoulders lower than your hips, okay? You don't want your hips below your knees. That's a squat. Two different things, okay? So imagine you're playing baseball or softball and you're essentially just gonna get into this shortstop position. This is it. This is the deadlift pattern, okay? So from here, you're just gonna reach down for your bell. So you'll notice my hips are above my knees, my shoulders are above my hips. That's it, super simple, okay? So all you do, step over the bell. So now the bell is directly underneath my hips. I now have maximum leverage, right? So if you train jiu-jitsu, the closer you get your hips, your center of mass, to the other person's center of mass, the more leverage that you have, right? So I wanna keep that center of mass as close to my body as I can, giving me maximum leverage, making me stronger without having to put on a bunch of muscle mass, okay? So shortstop position, okay? Keep your abs braced. You're gonna come down, get a nice strong grip on the bell, pull, lock your hips. That's it, super simple, okay? Again, this little exercise isn't gonna break records. That's not the point. The point is to learn how to get stronger, how to deadlift, okay? And then from there, with the right programming, etc., you can start to build the right volume, build the right strategy, and then from there continue to grow, build your strength endurance, get to muscle building, get to all those types of things, okay? But that's one of the first exercises you need to learn how to do is learn how to deadlift. If you wanna improve your swing, you need to improve your deadlift. If you wanna improve your snatch, you need to improve your deadlift. If you wanna improve anything kettlebell related, okay, you need to improve your deadlift, okay? So that's the continuum. In order to improve the dynamic movement, we need to improve the static movement. We covered this in our first three-part series, 3 kettlebell and bodyweight exercises to boost your kettlebell workouts, right? And that's this concept of static first, then dynamic. So you work on the static motor control stuff first, and then from there you work on into the dynamic motor control. And that's kind of the progression on how you figure all this stuff out, okay? So if you want to improve your swing, got to improve your deadlift, so on and so forth, all right? So that's exercise number 1, learning how to deadlift, okay? The next deadlift variation, very simple, is the staggered stance deadlift. So last episode, we broke down split squat, reverse lunge, okay? Very similar here. You're gonna be in a deadlift position, okay? Like you're gonna do a conventional deadlift, kettlebell's gonna be off by the side. All you're gonna do here now is you're going to align one foot next to the bell. The other foot's gonna be right behind the bell. And you're gonna be in this staggered stance. So this is gonna look like a lunge position, okay? Like you're gonna shoot, like you're gonna go for a takedown, all right? So from here, one foot's by the bell, the other foot behind the bell, okay? So one foot by the bell, the other foot behind the bell, all right? From here, you're gonna come down. Again, hips are over the knees, my shoulders are over the hips. From here, I wanna keep my shoulders square. So what the kettlebell's gonna try to do is it's gonna try to turn. It's gonna try to rotate my body. I wanna maintain that symmetry here. So staggered stance, hinge, nice strong grip on the bell, inhale, and then from there you work on your repetitions. okay? Staggered stance deadlift. The last deadlift variation is a standard suitcase deadlift. Having the kettlebell off to the side, conventional setup, sit your hips back, right? Short stop position, hips over the knees, shoulders over the hips, keeping it simple. From here, reach down, hook the bell. Again, you want to keep this symmetry with your shoulders. You don't want to pull and then your body starts to sag this way, okay? So we're continuing to work a lot of that cross-body stabilization, okay? That's the suitcase deadlift. Those are the 3 deadlift variations that you want to work on to improve your strength endurance, okay? Building that cross-body stabilization. Do this with 1 kettlebell, don't use 2, because we're losing that benefit of challenging both left and right sides, okay? So the first exercise was traditional deadlift. Second exercise was a staggered stance deadlift, okay? So 1 foot behind the bell, the other foot next to the bell. And then the last variation, suitcase deadlift, all right? So what I recommend here is set a timer for about 20 minutes or so, same thing as last episode. Set a timer for 20 minutes and work through these sets of 3, sets of 5. Keep your volume pretty low, rest periods pretty high, and work the progressions. Go traditional deadlift, staggered stance deadlift, suitcase deadlift, okay? So that's, again, those movement patterns are what's gonna have a greater carryover to your jiu-jitsu game, to everyday life, playing, doing whatever activities it is that you enjoy doing, all right? So that's it for today's episode. Let me know how you're liking these videos. Drop a comment below and let me know how you're liking everything. Now, if you wanna be in the loop of the next video that's coming out, be sure to like the video, subscribe, click the notification. We're launching and publishing these videos on Saturday mornings around 11 a.m. So if you want to know when the next one comes out, be sure to like, subscribe, click the notification bell. That's all I got for today's episode. See you on the next one. Peace.